G'day everybody and welcome to a very special edition of SFNL TV. Today the Southern Footy and Netball League makes history as the first football league in Australia to celebrate Pride with a dedicated league-wide themed round. There's a massive function about to take place at the Peanut Farm behind me, plus St Kilda City and St Paul's will lock horns for the 2017 Pride Cup. So it's a massive day here at the Peanut Farm. Let's go and check it all out. And we're really lucky today to be joined by Jason Ball, LGBTI Advocate and 2017 Young Australian of the Year for Victoria. Jason, welcome to the show, mate.
Thank you, great to be here.
That's a very nice jumper you're wearing. Tell us a little bit about how you got to take ownership of that.
It's so amazing. This is a St Kilda City Pride jumper played today at the Pride Cup, and I had the honour of being invited to come and share my story with all of the players from the St Kilda City Football Club as well as the St Paul's Football Club. And I guess, it meant a lot to them that I would come and be vulnerable in front of them, talk about what it was like to hide my sexuality playing footy, and hopefully give them a bunch of lessons that they can take away as to the impact of homophobic language and how they can play a role in creating a more inclusive and welcoming sporting environment at their club for LGBTI people. And it caught me a bit off guard today to have all of the players, sign a jumper and give it to me. It really touched me. It's a really lovely gesture, and I just can't say thank you enough.
No, you're right. They're very nice gesture, and well done to the Saints for doing that. It's a cause close to your heart, and you've been heavily involved in this sort of space and helping establish the first ever Pride game up in the Yarra Valley. Tell us a little bit about your involvement.
Yeah, so I grew up playing football at Yarra Glen Football Club, and after I came out, the club actually came up with the idea of creating what they called the Pride Cup. So they wanted to theme a footy game around celebrating inclusion and diversity, and they wanted to do that because they wanted to take some ownership over me and my story. They wanted to show me support, but they also wanted to show support for anyone like me in the Yarra Valley Football League or in the town of Yarra Glen, to know that it's okay to be who you are and that you will be accepted within football. When I was young and struggling to come to terms with who I was, especially in that footy environment, if I had have known of such thing as a gay footballer, if I had have known that he could be out to his teammates and it wouldn't mean a big deal, that would have made a really big difference to me. And so by having the Pride Cup, we were able to, really share that story throughout our local community. And I have been so inspired to see the initiative absolutely explode at the grassroots level across the state, whether it's in Hamilton or Gippsland or here in the SFNL, to see an entire Pride round where you've got, thousands of participants, up to 20 football grounds with a rainbow 50-metre line. That is going to have ripple effects throughout these communities.
That's fantastic, mate, and you've been heavily involved with us throughout the last few weeks trying to really build up this Pride round we've got going. So I guess what made you want to get involved with this, and how much of an impact do you think that'll have in the community?
Well, I wanted to get involved because I don't think anything has the power that a footy club has when it comes to influencing a local community. Footy clubs are things that bring people together. They are often the heart of a local community, particularly in a regional area. And so to see football clubs taking a leadership position on the issue of LGBTI inclusion and acceptance is incredibly, incredibly important. Not only because football clubs have historically been a place where LGBTI people haven't necessarily felt welcome and accepted, but also because so many Australians, they view their life through the prism of footy, and when football acts, they will follow. And so I think there will be very many hearts and minds that will have been opened as a result of this Pride round.
That's terrific. Thanks so much for your support, Jason, and best luck with it all.
Thank you.
And I'm lucky enough to be joined now by the CEO of Stand Up Events, Angie Green. Angie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming down. Your organisation, Stand Up Events, very heavily involved in the LGBTI community. Tell us a little bit about your story and your involvement.
Yeah, so I started Stand Up Events, which is a non-for-profit incorporated association which is dedicated to fighting homophobia and sexual and gender discrimination in sport and in life. It's something that sport and equality is something that I'm very passionate about having. I'm the youngest of three. I've got two older brothers. My oldest brother Steve played AFL and VFL. My dad Russell is in the Hawthorn Hall of Fame, and my pop Frank Sedgman won tennis Grand Slams, and I also have another brother, Brent, who was exceptionally good at sport as well, but like so many other non-hetero and gender diverse people, intentionally excluded himself from team-dominated sports at a young age. And so what we're doing is to try and really challenge homophobia from the bottom up. We've just recently partnered with Monash University to create programs to implement into junior sporting codes, so absolutely everyone feels safe and welcome and embraced in sport, and that they can also know that they can be exactly who they are.
That's absolutely amazing, and you spoke really well at the luncheon just before. So tell us a little bit about how much of an impact you think this Pride round of the SFNLs will have in the community.
Oh, I think it, as I said on the panel, I honestly think that the impact will be more than people actually realise, especially in the current state that we're in our country, not even being able to get marriage equality over the line. There's a lot of broken hearts and minds across the country, and so having a game/a round like this these are exactly the type of things that communities need to know, that they have so much support behind them, that in a game like this and a round like this, that absolutely everyone included, from the players beyond to the crowd, you are absolutely a part of our community and a part of the world, and you're equal.
That's amazing. Thanks for your time, Angie. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
So St Paul's returned to the winners list with a nice little victory over St Kilda City here and claim the Pride Cup. And I'm joined by the coach, Jason Heffernan, our Black Chrome Sportswear Player of the Day, Cal Cathcart. Cal, well done to you. Handy day out.
Yeah, good day. Obviously coming back from Sandy, but we played really well. I thought first quarter they got a hold of us a bit, but we pegged them back each quarter and got them in the end.
Nice to jump back and join your old teammates here at the kennel.
Yeah, love it, love it.
Terrific. And how you been going at Sandy VFL this year?
Been doing okay. Not great, but not too bad. So hopefully next year I think I'll be back at Doggies.
And what's the plan for the rest of the year?
Got one more game, and then the last game, me and Jimmy are available. Jimmy Zilla are available to play the last game against Stingley if they want us.
A couple of handy ins, that one.
Yep, bloody hell.
It'd be great to have you back in the lineup, that's for sure, mate.
Yep.
Terrific. And to you, Jason, another day, another cup, doing very well.
Yeah, we were lucky. Beyond Blue, we had a win, and today we had a win. So, no, it's good for our footy club if they're involved in these marquee games, I suppose, that promote good causes. So yeah, we don't knock back having a win and getting back on the winners list against a rival. It's a good day all round, mate.
Firming up your chances for top three, and after a couple of consecutive losses, nice to be back on the winners list.
Yeah, definitely. And we just got told Cheltenham have knocked off Morty, so it's all up in the air, mate. It's all to play for, which is great because with the boys, with anything, if there's nothing to play for, the effort can drop. So I'd like to think this will increase our effort and things like that. So no, really nice.
Yeah, spot on. And a big day for the league, obviously, the very first community football Pride round, and a nice little trophy there. So it must have been a fair bit to you from a club perspective to be involved in an initiative such as this.
I think it is. If a club is chosen to represent the league in a big game, I think it probably says a lot about the club and the history. We had the guys come down to our club on Tuesday night to talk about the Pride round and what it meant. And, we've got a massive cross-section in our footy club or in our community, and our average age is 22. So if we can educate the boys on things outside of footy, it's great. And part of this is their education. And if you win a game of footy and have a Pride Cup and it creates a conversation, it's awesome.
Yeah, well done. You guys are doing some very good things. Go and enjoy the win, boys.
Yeah, definitely. And if I'm coaching next year, Cal won't be at the Doggies. He'll stay at Sandy. So thanks very much.
No, good stuff.
Awesome.
So St Paul's too good for St Kilda City. They take home the 2017 Pride Cup in a cracking game here at the Peanut Farm. But more importantly, a fantastic day for the league and a historic day for the league as we celebrated diversity and inclusion in the very first Pride round for community football. That's all we've got time for. We'll catch you at the footy next week.